I know what it's like to read people, but I get around their energy to read them. Like, you're on the other side of where I'm at. Like, you're nowhere, you're miles away from me. You're only hearing a voice and you got some responses to a question you asked, and you are coming to this conclusion. So, yeah, it was interesting. I'm like kind of self-conscious about my hair now. I'm like, why does it look like that? But, um, it was wild. It was wild. The advice that I received, unwarranted and totally needing, right on time, um, just by being. Literally, I was just being. I was not doing anything extra. And when I was doing extra to get this type of serendipitous things, like these type of aligned coincidences, they weren't happening. And or maybe they were. They were happening in other ways, smaller ways that weren't like this. Weren't, I don't know, big enough for me to be like, I'm a boss. I don't know. I wish I could explain it better, but I should stop saying that. I can explain it perfectly fine. Anyway, so my advice that I received was life is going to push me in the direction that I'm supposed to go. If I'm not already in that direction, I'm going to be rerouted. If I need a push, I'll receive a push. And if there are things in my life, if there are people in my life that don't need to be there, they're going to fall away effortlessly. I don't have to do anything. And that's some sage advice, bro. Talking to a person that's always trying to exert effort in the wrong way. I shouldn't say always, but a lot of the time. Tried to be cool, was relentlessly bullied. Tried to be good, always got in trouble. Tried to be, I don't know, tried to fit in, stuck out like a sore thumb. Like, every time I tried to do something that wasn't natural for me, like, it seemed like the opposite happened instead. Like, the opposite result was what would happen. And, like, when you go about life like that, if you already have a bad, like, not a bad, but if you already have a negative outlook to things, those results are just going to double down on that negative outlook. It's just going to make you feel like, see, I knew it. See, I knew this wasn't going to work out. See, this is a self fulfilling prophecy. Or see, like, I know I'm not good at this. See, I suck. I told you I sucked at this, or blah, 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 blah. And I realized, like, okay, what you're trying to say is stop trying so hard. Like, literally, stop trying so hard. Just, just do. Just be, actually. Just be. There's an artist called Toni Jones. I love, 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 love her. She's like dear to my heart. She has this lyric I love. It's probably not originally like something she says. It's probably something she heard before, and that a lot of people say. But I remember, and I credit it to her for it being in my mind. And she literally just says, "I'm a human being, not a human doing," and I love that. Ugh, I love that. Like, ugh. You see how my shoulders just dropped? Like, it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful saying. Like, I'm a human being, not a human doing. We don't have to try so hard. We don't have to do so much. We can just be. And it's crazy because I've been hearing that advice probably for years. Yeah, I've been hearing it for years actually, but I only started listening to the words of that advice this year, and even more so, like actually dissecting what does that mean? Maybe 4 months ago? Yeah, probably 4 months ago, I was just, what does that mean? What does that really mean? And now I'm starting to feel like, oh, is that what this means? So, next is like just doing it, just being it, just embodying it. And I guess telling other people to do it, but I'm already like telling other people to do it, I guess, technically. But yeah, like, be a human being. Just be. Just be who you want to be. Do what you want to do. Do what you love. Do what brings you joy. Like, do what you're passionate about. Do the thing that lights you up. Like, that moves your heart. That makes it feel big. That puts your head in the clouds. That feels unattainable, but you already can see it. Like, you can see it. That doesn't mean you know how it's going to happen, but you can see it. Even though it seems like it's so far away, you see it clearly. Like, there's so many visions or like inspirations. There's so many inspirations for projects and for things I want to do. I'll say projects is the best way to say it. Like, I don't know. Things I want to do, things I want to make, things I want to create. That's the best way. There's so many inspirations for creations that I have that I have no idea how I'm going to do it. No idea. But the best part about being is that you don't have to know how it's going to happen. Just live, be, and it will happen. If you keep living like you know it's going to happen, you'll start to see the little like connections of the path towards it happening. And I knew that. I knew that. But something inside of me was blocking, locking and blocking that door for me to be able to embody that, to live by that, to apply the things that I knew to be true. And so I I knew that, and I don't know. I just I don't know. I feel so blessed. Random, random. I feel really grateful, and I know it's hard as shit. Like, it's so hard to work on yourself, to work on yourself. But really, it's just like, it's hard to let go of the parts of you that are not you. And it makes no sense. Because I knew, as a child, I knew who I was. It was like, I was just happy. I was just living free, talking. Ooh. I mean, obviously, like, I'm still talking. Like, look at how much I can run my mouth. Like, I can talk. I know I can talk. I've always been able to talk. But when people react to that and say, my God, what a chatterbox, or my God, don't you ever stop talking? When you hear things like that, not like you hear it all the time, but just to hear it enough to see a pattern, you start to question, am I not supposed to talk this much? Is this a bad thing? Like, am I bad for this? Is this a part of me that shouldn't exist? And you start to second guess, and you start to bury the good parts of you, the main parts of you, the core parts of you, and believe that you should be anything else. That's when you start adding garbage to yourself. That's when you start taking on other people's trash, other people's baggage. I'm sorry you're triggered because I can talk. Why are you triggered? Why are you exhausted? Am I making you think? Do you not want to think? Why don't you want to think? Well, I didn't have those tools. I didn't have those resources. I didn't have that perspective then. So instead of challenging, I internalized and took on the baggage. And this whole process of healing myself, of becoming the real me, of being who I am, of being myself, of all the other names to this journey that people call it. It's just literally shedding other people's baggage. That's not mine. It's not mine. Being shy, that's not my baggage. But I cling to it like a badge of honor because I know if I'm shy, I will never hear that I talk too much or to be quiet. Because how do you react to a shy person? You want to hear what they have to say. You're so curious about their voice. Do they speak? They speak. What? You speak. What else do you have to say? So I'm like out here masquerading as a shy person just to survive. Like, what kind of life is that? Why? I'm not shy. I'm a hermit. There's a big difference. Big difference. A hermit needs time alone to recharge, to be, to be free, to dream, to design, create, be inspired, and all the good stuff. They just need time alone for all that stuff. But they're not shy. They're not shy. And now that I'm thinking about it, is anybody shy? What is shy? Shy is fake. Shy is hiding. Being shy is hiding behind something, whatever it is, whether it be your clothes, your hair, your skills, your credentials, your gender, sex, family, whatever. It's hiding behind everything that is not you because you don't want you to be seen, because you are trying to protect you from scrutinization, from criticism, from feedback, because you take feedback too personally. Instead of seeing feedback as something that you can apply to the way you do things, you see feedback as an attack against who you are. And that's not true. It's not true. It can't be true. Who knows you better than you? So anybody who sits here and tells you that you are something that you're not, you should be able to tell them, I am not. That is not who I am. You are wrong. But we don't. We hear it, we take it in, even though we want to reject it, and we decide we don't ever want to hear that again. So we do whatever we can to be the opposite of what we heard. And that is not how you take feedback. That is not how you handle criticism. Wild. Well, this was therapy that I knew I needed. I have no words. I have nothing else to say. I am poured out. So it's time to go fill me up. My stomach is growling, so I mean literally as well. And this was fun. I'll probably try this again. So I'm being terribly awkward because I don't know how to sign off. I don't know. But I'm Ajane Mystique. And I'm still getting used to saying my own name because, again, for 10 years, I've allowed people to call me Jane. Wait, it's been more than 10 years. Oh my gosh. It's probably been like 13 years or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. Who cares? We'll say 10. Nah, it's not 10. Who cares? Anyway, for over 10 years, I've been allowing people to call me Jane, and that stops now. We're going to start to transition people calling me Jane into calling me Ajane. It's so weird. Like, your own name shouldn't be weird coming out of your mouth. I really don't introduce myself as Ajane anymore. And every time that I hear the name, it just kind of like, I don't know, it kind of like, it's not a tingle down my spine because it sounds like a good feeling. I don't want to say it's not a good feeling. It's just odd. It just feels odd. You know, it's weird. It's like, it's bringing someone back who you've buried. It's the best way to define it because that's exactly what I did. I buried Ajane. I buried her. And I don't know, man. It's time to resurrect her. About to throw a resurrection party for Ajane. That sounds so crazy. But I don't care. Yeah, it's time to resurrect this girl. So, I'm Ajane Mystique, and I'm signing off.